Do not always approach these kind of relationships as your only hope to life. These kind of relationships should not be the reason for you to succeed in life. They should never be the reason for you to be happy. They should never be the reason for you to find pleasure that anyone can cause or create in your life. You see, guys, in the past 2 months, a lot of ladies have lost their lives in Airbnbs in Kenya. And a lot of things have been said. One thing that I have learned from these incidents is like most of the women these days forget that men have understood the way to trap you into whatever they want to do with you. You see, when you meet a guy that you don't know, and you start speaking, and something happens, like you start to attract each other. In most cases, the women who get trapped into Airbnbs or who get trapped into a man's house without intention, 99% of them are not always going to meet these people in Airbnbs or going to meet these people in their houses. You will find out that most of them are always going just for a dinner or just to meet and know each other. But one thing that I will tell you that most men, in fact dangerous men, use is the mental torture. In a way that they keep you at a distance. You know, some people call it gaslighting. You don't know whether this is a very serious relationship or it is a serious relationship. You're just in the middle. So it happens so quick that they offer to invite you for a dinner or for a date without you preparing yourself as a woman. You might not inform anyone. You might not even know where they live and where they come from and who they are, their friends, their family. You might not even introduce them to your friends or even talk about them with your friends. And so fast, you find yourself being invited for these dates or a dinner or something like that before you plan to do it. So, because you have been gaslighted, there's a pressure that has been pushed in you, you don't know whether to go or not to go. And you're still not even sure about this relationship, so you don't want to speak to the people who are closer to you to tell them about the relationship. And when you leave home, you are leaving because you think you are going for a dinner date. But the moment you reach the place, for example, you are inside the car or you are at a dinner table and you're relaxing and speaking, this guy takes you so fast into inviting you to their residence or maybe an Airbnb for that matter, or maybe to somewhere else, to club and do something. And because you had no plans with yourself, you didn't even plan for this dinner or this date in the first place. You find yourself just moving as per their instructions. You see, this might not be easy to understand, but hear me out. Sometimes it is not always the mistake of the victims. Sometimes it could be their mistake. But all in all, no one should ever lose their lives just because they made a mistake. There is no way we can support or maybe, be on the side of the doers just because the person who's receiving the actions acted in the wrong way. The truth is, we have to train our women to prepare, to plan, to be ready for dates, dinners, and night outs. Because a bigger percentage of women leave their rooms without understanding what is going to happen through those dinner dates or night out in the clubs. Everything is planned and pushed the moment they arrive at the place. And because you didn't plan, because your mind was not there, you don't even know how to carry yourself. You're just moving with the masses. Things are happening so fast that when you're trying to think, like I need to inform my friend, you're already not having your phone in your hands. The phone has been taken away. By the time you are thinking about saying no, but I am still a virgin, I haven't done this before and I can't do it, you're already clothless and you don't even have the power to say no. By the time you are thinking about questioning yourself where you are, your surrounding is locked, protected, and no one can even hear you, even if you shout to your loudest voice. So you end up accepting whatever the situation will offer you. So how can we solve this problem? This is my warning and an advice to young ladies and women who are trying to hook up with people online. Listen, take your mind, your brain, and your emotions with you. Do not always approach these kind of relationships as your only hope to life. These kind of relationships should not be the reason for you to succeed in life. They should never be the reason for you to be happy. They should never be the reason for you to find pleasure that anyone can cause or create in your life. They should be a way to socialize, to know people, to get used to, dating and exploring the world of men and women out there that you've never met before. Meetings and dinner dates and whatsoever happens, even when you don't trust your friends, because sometimes if you introduce those online besties or whatsoever you call them to your friends, they might snatch them away. If you don't trust them so much, have your confidence. They could be your cousins, they could be your brothers and sisters, those who you know cannot go and bite your back. Let them know what is happening. Let them know every step that you make. Not by telling them even the things you talk about. Tell them your plans. Tell them what these people are asking for. Let them understand that there's a conversation going on. Let them know that there is someone you're going to meet. And when these meetings are going to happen, my dear sister and brother, make sure that you push to meet these people at a place you also know. Not their place, not those hotels you've never been to, and not hotels that you don't know anybody. This might be difficult. It might also be impossible, but I will tell you, it is rather the impossibility make it not to work out than possibilities to put you and push you to your death trap. Keep smiling.